Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today.
Top of the morning, traders. How are we on this beautiful day? Today is Thursday, the 22nd of September. And first of all, I just want to thank everyone who joined the live stream yesterday. And asked some questions. I always enjoy answering your questions, guys. All right. So remember, we'll do that every Wednesday. Again, prepare your questions for the live streams. That was good fun yesterday. Also, guys, don't forget the Discord channel. There's a link in the comments below. Join the Discord channel and talk to fellow like-minded traders. Okay, so as always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades, and we're going to look at the news for today as well. Obviously, we had some big news yesterday on the Fed interest rate decision, so that got the markets moving. So we're going to look at the aftermath of that and if we've got any trades. All right, but first of all, let's look back at yesterday's trades, guys. So Wednesday's trades, we had 3 potential trades, and the first one was this. This was the pound against the Aussie dollar. All right, and we were looking to short this pair. So price was clearly in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. This was the last high, came back down. It's been ranging a little bit, but this high has never been broken. That's the important thing. That means the structure is still in a downtrend. And then we had this very bearish candle form, all right? And then ever since then, we had these 2 days of these dojis. Okay, which is still rejecting price and telling me price wants to come down to our blue line. Okay, and eventually, guys, it did come down and hit our blue line, as you can see. Okay, so let's just zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. So yeah, these highs held. We had this very juicy bearish candle, and then we've had wick. Okay, so the idea was just to still keep shorting this pair down to this blue line. All right, so yeah, as you can see, that's what happened, guys. But let's look on the H1 to see if we could get in on this pair. And for me, guys, I couldn't. Okay, so yeah, we only had the one grey zone, guys. So price come up into our grey zone. Yeah, and we did have this candle form here. Okay, but this formed at something like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just not looking for trades at that time. Like I always say to you guys, I wait for the European and London Open because volumes start entering the market. Okay, so yeah, I didn't enter on this candle, but this would have been a candle. Maybe some of you did. Maybe some of you trade the Tokyo market. So maybe some of you got in here, entered here, put your stop above here, and then took price back down to these last lows, and then even the higher time frame low. If you did, guys, that would have been a fantastic trade, as you can see. So let me know if you traded that candle, guys. It'll be interesting to hear from you. But I didn't, because I'm looking for trades around here, around 7 o'clock. All right, 7 o'clock onwards, maybe 6 o'clock sometimes. But 7 o'clock onwards, guys. Yeah, obviously I can't enter on this candle. Okay, it's already hitting the lows. All right, and then there was this candle, but again, it was still hitting these lows. So for me, guys, there just wasn't a candle. A very itchy face today. For me, there just wasn't a candle to get in on this pair. Okay, but yeah, if you did, guys, it came down and eventually hit our blue target, our blue higher time frame target. All right, but for me, guys, again, I'll be very transparent with you. I won't say I entered here, made, millions of pounds. Yeah, I'll be transparent. I could not get in on this pair. All right, the candle to get in on this pair was this. Okay, but I don't start trading at that hour. All right, guys. But yeah, again, but the direction was good. Yeah, and our target was good. It pretty much reacted very aggressively at our target. All right, so yeah, pound Aussie dollar, good direction. I couldn't get in on this pair. Next one was this. This was the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. All right, and we were looking to short this pair. Okay, so as you can see, price is clearly in a downtrend. Okay, and then we had this candle here, okay, which broke these last lows, which tell me it was a continuation pattern. Yeah, we could continue shorting this pair, and sure enough, it's pretty much come down almost to our blue zone. So again, the direction was good. Yeah, obviously some of this was news related. A lot of it was news related with the Fed interest rate decision. But the direction again was good, guys. All right, so we were shorting this pair. Let's look at the H1 to see if we had a trade. And again, guys, we didn't. Yeah, for me, we didn't, guys. So, yeah, as you can see, if I could have gotten in early on this pair, I would have done. Because when you're looking at US dollar pairs, on a day like today, you always have the Fed interest rate decision in the back of your head. And that's rightfully so. Yeah, that can rip your face off. All right, so it's good that you have that in the back of your mind. You need to be aware that that's coming out. But before then, I can trade. But I just didn't get anything that allowed me to trade this pair. Yeah, so like I say, I'm looking at trades from around here. Price didn't quite come up into my grey zone, so I could come lower. So again, I just didn't get a trade, guys. And then basically, you're just, before the Fed interest rate decision, you're just going to see this. Lots of just sideways action. Okay. And then eventually, guys, we did have a dip down, and then we had this huge green candle react upwards. But then we had, which was news related, we had this huge red candle downwards. And then if I'm getting two candlesticks like that together, I'm staying out of the market. I don't know how to trade that. That is just whipsawing like a whipsaw. Couldn't think of a better thing than a whipsaw. So again, guys, no trade for me on this pair, New Zealand US dollar, and I wouldn't want to be in a pair when the interest rate decision comes out. Simple as that. All right, guys. So yeah, no trade on this pair. And then the final pair today, yesterday, was the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. And again, this was a US dollar pair. So of course I had the Fed interest rate decision in the back of my mind. But yeah, if we just recap, we was looking to buy this pair. So price was in a uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, then price carried on up. And then we got this candle, yeah, which broke these. Let's zoom in. As you can see, price is in an uptrend. All right. And then if we zoom in, we had this candle that broke these last candles here, these last highs of these candles. Okay. So this tells me this is a continuation candlestick pattern. All right. And again, we just wanted to come from our grey zone up to this blue line. So again, as you can see, price didn't come down to our grey zone, but direction was good. Yeah, direction was very good. Yeah, but again, a lot of that was news related. Let's go down to the H1 to see if we could get in on this pair. And obviously, it's a similar story to the New Zealand US dollar, but everything's just flipped. Okay, so yeah, if before the interest rate decision, I could trade this pair, but price just didn't come down into this grey zone to give me an opportunity to get in. If it did, and it was well before the interest rate decision, I would have perhaps got in on this pair. Okay, but again, I just didn't have a trade. And then, yeah, we had this and this. Yeah, so just untradeable that really, guys. But yeah, that was US dollar, Canadian dollar, no trade. So for me, guys, I didn't have a trade on any of the pairs, but maybe you did, guys. So please leave a comment and let me know how you traded it. Right, let's have a look at today's trade ideas now. So yesterday, guys, no real setups for me, but maybe you did. Please let me know in the comments below how you traded them. But if you enjoyed the recap, guys, then please join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. Yeah, help support the channel. A couple of shout outs before I show you the trade ideas. So yesterday, I want to thank everyone who asked some questions on the live stream. Just to remind you guys, we do these every Wednesday morning before the London Open. All right, so please come and join us for that. Ask as many questions as you like. So yeah, I always enjoy the live stream. Also, guys, a Discord channel. Yeah, you'll see it in there's a link in the comments below the vid. So please come and join our Discord channel. All right, lots of traders sharing ideas. Right, guys, so trades for Thursday the 22nd of September. I've got two potential trades. I just wanted to show you two trades that almost made the cut but didn't. Okay, so the first one is this is the Aussie dollar against the US dollar. So this is not a trade idea. This almost was a trade idea. Okay, so as you can see, guys, price was clearly in a downtrend, okay? And then yesterday, on the back of the news from the Fed, we had a bearish candle form as well. The only problem with this, guys, is it's just... there's something about trading the US dollar pairs at the moment, yeah? So after big news, I always like to see the next day and how the market reacts the next day. Because what was the initial move might change the following day. Also, this is a little bit oversold for me. A lot of the US dollar pairs are oversold. Yeah, US CAD, New Zealand US dollar. You can look at any of them, really. So for all of those reasons, I just stayed out of this pair. If some of you guys are telling me, no, Tom, I think this is a good trade to short this pair further, I would understand. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a good trade to short further. But the problem with me is, guys, it just doesn't sit well with me. It's on the back of news. It's a little bit oversold. So for me, guys, yeah, the Aussie dollar, US dollar pair didn't quite make the cut for those reasons. All right, so I'm going to remove that. That is not a trade idea. The next not trade idea. Brilliant English, I think you'll agree. The next trade idea that almost made the cut again was to pretty much any of the Swiss franc pairs. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, price is clearly in a downtrend and it's been coming down pretty aggressively. Okay, but again, this is very oversold. Look at the distance between the moving average 20 and all the way down here. Very oversold. We've also got some the Swiss interest rate decision today, so that'll be interesting to see what happens to this. But there were a lot of possible Swiss franc pairs, but they are so oversold. Yeah, this is so oversold. But you know, who's to argue against these candles? They are very bearish. Price could come lower. Yeah, again, it could. But for me, too oversold. So none of the Swiss franc pairs managed to be a trade idea for today. So let's get rid of that one as well. But we do have a couple of trade ideas, and I want to plot the targets and grey zones and everything with you. All right. So first of all, guys, we're looking at this. This is the Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar. Okay. And as you can see, this zone here, okay, are the last highs. All right, so price, we had our head and shoulders pattern. Haven't mentioned head and shoulders for a while, have I? Okay, so we had our head and shoulders pattern on this pair. Okay, shoulder, head, shoulder. And price is also in a downtrend. It come back up, yeah, created this high with this candle. And then price has also reacted again yesterday at this high. Okay, so for those reasons, yeah, let's zoom in. Yeah, but looking at this candle, guys, admittedly, it's not the most bearish candle in the world. So on the lower time frames, we're going to have some strict criteria. But as you can see, it has reacted at our grey zone and come lower. And the day chart is in a downtrend. Okay. Now, guys, yeah, we're going to go down to the H4. All right. So basically, we're looking for more confluence to take this pair short. Okay. And then what I've seen on here, guys, is this. Okay. So we have seen this. Yeah. This upward channel bouncing off of this grey zone. Yeah. On the H4. Okay. But now, since it bounced off of this high, it's come down and it's broke this diagonal channel, this diagonal upward channel. All right. So that gives me another piece of confidence on the H4 that price could come lower. Okay. While we're on the H4, guys, this will be my first target down to this level here. Okay. That would be my first target. Okay. If we go to the day chart, sorry, very bad. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense on the day chart as well. So this would be my higher time frame target for today. The H4, we're seeing that it's breaking out of the diagonal channel and bouncing off of this grey zone, which was our daily high. And then if we go down to the H1 chart, guys, yeah, you can see on here that, yes, you can see here that it's reacted at this grey zone. But now I'm going to look for my grey zones in which I would enter. Okay, so what I would see here, guys, is this. All right, so this has become a grey zone for me. Okay, I would probably fine tune this daily one. Yeah, well, no, that daily one would be pretty good as it is actually. Okay. Okay, so these would be my two grey zones, guys. And bearing in mind, I'm looking for shorts. Okay, so let me just check these grey zones, guys. Yeah, makes sense to me. Yeah, okay, good. So, yeah, what I want to see price come up to this grey zone, guys. It could come up to this higher grey zone here, first of all. Test these last highs. If it does, great, we get good value for money. We can then enter the trade. Okay, if we get a bearish reaction, we can then take price back down to this grey zone. Okay, this is where I would close 80%, and then I would leave 20% to run down to my higher time frame target. All right, guys, so that's the first criteria that needs to be met. Or we could see this. Yeah, one of our most favorite patterns in the markets is this. So price comes down, breaks this grey zone, comes back up, retests it. We get a bearish reaction, and then we could take 100% of the trade down to our blue higher time frame target. Okay, guys, so yeah, two possibilities here with the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, but we are looking for shorts, guys, on this pair. Okay, so yeah, that's the first trade idea. The second trade idea is this. Sorry, guys, I can hear the little the feet of my dog as he hits the floor. The second trade idea is this, guys. This is the euro against the Japanese yen. Okay, so this is the day chart, guys. Okay, if we start with the weekly chart, yeah, as you can see, I plotted this grey zone because this is the weekly resistance here, and price has reacted. Yeah, we got this large red weekly candle. Okay, so this gives us confidence that we could come potentially lower. All right, then we go down to the day chart. Okay, and then for me, price has left this grey zone. Yeah, this grey zone, and with this candle, yeah, this candle has broke these last lows here. All of these candles were holding. Yeah, those lows were holding. Okay, then eventually we got this candle here, which broke all of those lows, and it's reacted at this weekly resistance here. Okay, so the idea is just to take price lower. Okay, My target, guys, would be around here. Okay, so I'd probably have, yeah. So my higher time frame target would be down to this 140 level, roughly. Okay, so I think price could come down to here. Okay, now let's drop down to the H4 chart and see what we're seeing. So, yeah, again, this gives me confidence, guys. We can see that the H4 chart is in a downtrend. Okay, so price was, yeah, ranging, and then it broke down. Okay, so we want to see this. All right. So H4, yeah, that tells me that we are in a downtrend, gives me more confidence to take this trade. Okay, and then we're going to go down to the H1 to fine tune our entries. Yeah, obviously this large grey zone is a little bit too big for us. Okay, so I am going to remove this. Okay, so what I'm looking for, guys, is places for us to enter to take this lower. Okay. And the first area I'm seeing is this. So we've got these last lows here. Okay. If you remember from the H4 chart, these were the last H4 lows. Okay, so that's clearly an area we could short this market from. And as you can see, it's reacting here already. Okay, the next grey zone would be this one. Take into account these highs and even this H1 high here. Okay, so we've got this grey zone which takes into account these lows and also this H1 high and this last swing high here. Okay, so this grey zone incorporates all of that. So what we want to see, guys, is first of all, price could retrace into this grey zone. Yeah, then we want to see a bearish reaction. I know it's reacted here and that's had a huge whipsaw, but I'm not interested yet until the European and London markets open. Okay, so we want to see price come up to here. We want to see a bearish reaction. We can then enter the chart. We can take price down to this level here, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, that doesn't happen, then price could carry on up, back up to this grey zone. All right, but again, we want to see a bearish reaction. We enter the chart. We could take price back down to this level here, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys. So yeah, Euro Yen is our short, is our second trade idea for today. All right, and I hope it helps, guys, me plotting the grey zones with you so you have a better understanding of where to enter. So Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar short, and Euro Yen short. Okay, guys, they're the trade ideas. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis and want to receive it every morning, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. Help support the channel. Thank you. So, news for Thursday, the 22nd of September, guys. So, yeah, we've had some important news overnight for the yen, so their monetary policy statement. But the big news will be this at 7:30 for the yen, this press conference. Okay, so this will, yeah, they will discuss the interest rate decision from earlier, guys. As you can see, the interest rate decision was as expected, but this press conference could really make the yen pairs quite volatile. So 7:30, guys, must be aware of that. If we carry on down, we've got big news today. We've got the yen interest rate decision. And if we carry on down, we've got the Swiss franc interest rate decision. So at 8:30 London GMT, like I say, we've got the interest rate decision for the Swiss franc. Okay, so again, this could really move any Swiss franc pair. Half an hour later, we then have the press conference, which discusses the decision and the reasons for doing so. So again, the press conference is just as important, if not more important, than the actual release of the data, guys. So yeah, all of this news here, must be aware of this if you're in any Swiss franc pair. If we carry on down, we've got another interest rate decision today, and it's the pound. So yeah, coming out of the UK at 12 o'clock, we've got the interest rate decision and obviously the meeting minutes as well. So again, guys, this is really going to move the markets, especially any pound pairs. So must be aware of this coming out at 12 o'clock. Okay, if we carry on down at 1:30 London GMT, we've got initial jobless claims coming out of the US. So again, this could move any US dollar pair. And then after that, guys, as you can see, no real news that we're interested in. But yeah, some big news today, guys. Yen interest rate, Swiss franc interest rate, and pound interest rate decision. So yeah, going to be a volatile day, I promise you this. Right, guys, yeah, I hope we finished. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. Have a great trading day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.